it's Kris.
And I'm Wyatt Elliott from Notebook Entertainment.
And you're watching Horrorland News. Hey everyone, so it's been a couple minutes. We got sick, we got busy, we got everything. It's just crazy trying to start another channel when we already have one channel going.
It's the holidays and it's a busy time for the other channel. Plus, you know, so
it's
plus
insanity.
We have to actually do stuff for the holidays too.
Right,
so.
Be social and whatnot.
Can't just film all the time.
But we've been catching up on movies. We've been catching up on TV. So we're going to have some more reviews for you. We released our review of Glass Onion yesterday.
Yep.
So check that out.
No TV and no beer make Homer something.
So basically the only thing we really have to talk about in TV is Wednesday. Because that's what everyone's talking about. It is over on Netflix, in case you didn't know. Please go watch it. It needs a second season. It is breaking records, though. So, I mean, Netflix has been making a lot of dumb decisions, but they've got to redo this.
Well, that's the thing, is if it's already a massive hit, if it continues to be a massive hit, they won't have a choice.
They won't have a choice.
Make a stupid decision.
It's tied right now. It was the #1 series in 83 countries in its first week.
Oh, wow.
It's tied with Stranger Things 4.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So this is from the Netflix website. The show debuted at the #1 spot with a record-breaking 341.23 million hours viewed, with 50 million plus households who have seen the series. So you've probably already seen it.
Yeah.
The series now holds the record for the most hours viewed in a week for an English language TV series on Netflix.
Amazing. Amazing. And, well, I mean, you know, you got Wednesday Addams, which everybody loves.
You got Christina Ricci, which I'm really disappointed in the internet and how many people I saw posting. You're telling me that this girl, the redhead, was Wednesday in the movie? Like, yes!
Yes.
How do you not know who Christina Ricci is? She's only like every goth girl goal ever. Like,
I've also seen people freak out over, I stopped watching it after she put piranhas in the swimming pool. And I'm like, did you not watch the other?
Do you not know who the Addams are?
That's what Wednesday does.
That's why they're amazing.
Right. Like, it's cartoon violence, you know? Like, whatever.
All right. So definitely check it out. It's still doing numbers. We still don't know whether or not, it's only been a week, so we don't know whether or not it's getting a second season. But
it will.
Unless Netflix has completely lost their minds, it must get a second season.
Yeah. And they need, and if he wants to do it, they should bring back Tim Burton too, because you know, you lose a showrunner, and that's when
it changes the whole tone of the show. And my Gilmore Girl fans know what I'm talking about, because you can feel in that show when Amy Sherman Palladino left. You can feel it. All right, so definitely check out Wednesday, and we'll bring you any other updates as they come on.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's go on to our trailer park.
In a world.
We have two really fun ones today.
I love this first one though. Like I'm dying to see this.
The mean one.
Yeah.
So the Grinch is in public domain. So just like Winnie the Pooh, somebody
But is he though? Because they can't use the term Grinch.
Maybe, because they have to call him the mean one. It might be the story, like the book or something, but whoever made the last movie
or maybe because
owns
it's a parody.
I don't know.
You know. So I'm not sure.
I don't know how all the legal stuff works.
But they're getting away with it.
They're getting away with it by calling it the mean one. And so here's what it's about. Young Cindy You-Know-Who, that's another thing. They don't call her Cindy Lou Who.
No.
So Cindy You-Know-Who, whose parents were butchered by the mean one 20 Christmases earlier, is returning to town to seek closure. But when the mean one launches a new reign of terror that threatens to destroy Christmas, Cindy must find bold new purpose, trapping and killing the monster.
I think this is a brilliant idea.
Yep.
When I saw this trailer the first time, my first thought was, God damn it, why didn't I think of this? Because like the costume looks really good, and I've seen some really good Grinch costumes that you can just buy online.
Right.
You know? So I'm like, damn. Because it's a story. It writes itself, except for, I realize it's silly and everything, but it does write itself. The Grinch hates Christmas, he hates Whoville, he kills them instead of stealing Christmas. Like, brilliant.
I mean, I kind of identify with the Grinch, but whatever. I don't like Christmas and I don't like people, so.
I mean, a lot of us.
And I love my dogs.
Yeah, so.
All right, so what's awesome about this is David Howard Thornton plays the Grinch. And you may know he was Art the Clown.
Oh, that's right. I know the name from.
Yep.
Oh, I was like, I know this name.
Yep. So he's been making waves after Terrifier 2 has taken everybody by storm.
Well, he's good at acting without saying anything. And I don't know if the mean one talks or not. I can't remember if he does in the trailer. But, like, still, that's awesome.
Yep. That's awesome. So the script was written by Flip and Finn Kobler. I'm not sure who they are, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's in theaters December 9th, so it's coming up along with all these other horror Christmas ones.
Yeah, we were talking, we were hoping to find theaters that were playing this, Christmas Bloody Christmas, and Violent Night, and just see them all in a night.
All day at the theater.
It's not going to happen.
No.
It'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to this next one. This has been, I've seen everybody talking about this in the horror circles online. Cocaine Bear.
Oh, yeah.
From Universal Pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a big picture.
Right.
This isn't
so, here's the most important thing about this movie. This is Ray Liotta's final role. If you remember, he died in March at age 67. Yeah. This was the final role he had before he died.
Well, there's probably worse movies you could.
I mean, the trailer got me. So like, we've said before this show, I'm not one of those people that likes anything where the animal is the antagonist.
Right.
Like, I want to root for the animal.
Of course.
So, but this trailer, guys,
it does looks
fun and insane. And I'm like, okay, trailer, you got me. Yeah. But I'm going to be rooting for the bear the whole time.
Right.
The whole time.
I'm just hoping. I'm hoping like maybe it ends with the bear in rehab and he's okay.
Amazing. All right. So in addition to Ray Liotta, this movie's also starring Kerry Russell, Margot Martindale, Alden Ehrenreich. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher a lot of these names. O'Shea Jackson Jr., Jesse Tyler Ferguson, Christopher Hivju, Kooyoung Kim, Christian Convery, and Brooklyn Prince, and newcomer Scott Seiss.
I'm a part-time employee halfway through a 2-week notice. I don't give a shit.
And it's directed by Elizabeth Banks.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
That's how they got Ray Liotta. That's how they got Kerry Russell. That's how they got Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
Okay.
Because Elizabeth Banks is directing.
Well, good, because she needs to redeem herself after that Charlie's Angels movie. From what I understand, I didn't
even see it. Right? I didn't see it, so I can't judge.
I heard it was so bad.
Yeah. I can only go on word of mouth, and it was not good. So here's the real story of this bear, because this is based on a true story. But the real story is not as exciting. So in September of 1985, a convicted drug smuggler named Andrew Thornton offloaded a duffel bag of cocaine over northern Georgia. A 175-pound black bear ate the cocaine and overdosed. The bear was discovered 3 months later next to 40 containers of cocaine. Thornton also died during an attempt to abandon the overloaded plane when his parachute was rendered faulty. Today, the bear is on display at the Kentucky for Kentucky Fun Mall in Lexington, Kentucky.
What? So the bear just ate the cocaine and died?
And died, right.
Oh.
So someone saw cocaine, or bear eats cocaine and was like, let's take this to its next logical conclusion.
Okay, here's a pet peeve of mine. I do hate, and I know legally they can do it, but I hate the fact that they can say based on a true story. Right. And all it's based on is, wait a minute. Idea. So this bear got hold of cocaine and then did nothing? Okay. How about he goes nuts on a binge, you know?
Because that's what the movie version is bear eats cocaine and goes on wild rampage. And I'm kind of here for it.
Yes, I am here for it. But okay. All right.
This movie will be in theaters February 24th, 2023. We will bring you any new trailers or anything else that comes out about this before then.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. Maybe we'll Google first if the bear dies or not.
Yeah.
You know, figure that out.
I don't want the bear to die.
Figure out if it's going to be a downer or not, but.
Yeah. All right, so that concludes Trailer Park.
What a trailer park it was today.
Trailer park it was. So let's go on to news. All right, so this is a bit of old news, but we wanted to talk about it. Paramount Pictures has hired on Walter Hamada to oversee their horror branch. Mm-hmm. Now, just a reminder, Hamada has just recently left the whole WBDC mess that he may or may not have helped create. We don't know.
Also, to be fair, Hamada's strength was his horror part. You know, like he sucked at DC.
Yeah.
He sucked acid.
Although wasn't he behind the Batman? And I do like the Batman.
Well, he was in charge at the time. I don't know how much.
Producing.
Yeah, I don't know
He's
how much
just
he
a
did.
producer.
But he was the head of Warner Bros. For a while.
For a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the head of like Paramount Pictures.
No.
It's just horror, which is what he's good at.
That's what he's good at. He brought James Wan on.
This should be, this should be okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So Paramount seems to be aching for original content, which is a good thing. And Hamada's brought on to, quote, release several mid-budget horror films for theater and streaming a year. So they want several horror projects each year.
And that's smart, though, because horror can be lower budget. They make a lot of money when they're well. And Paramount's been thriving on horror lately with Scream and Smile. And
Smile is what basically convinced them. So Paramount Pictures president and CEO Brian Robbins was quoted saying, with his track record for groundbreaking success, Walter is the ideal partner and visionary to build out our mainstream horror genre franchise business. As evidenced by the fantastic performance of Smile, there's a tremendous appetite for original, high-concept storytelling in the global marketplace, and we look forward to a long and successful partnership.
I'm all for
Horror's
that.
having a renaissance.
It sure is.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic time to be into horror right now, guys. And honestly, I had my issues with Hamada on Warner Brothers, but it was all because of
DC,
the DC mess up and everything. So,
which again, how much of that was his fault? We don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. If I was in charge of Paramount, I'd hire him too.
Yeah, for horror, for sure.
Yeah, for horror.
for horror, for sure. All right, so we've got more big studio moving around news. Mike Flanagan and Trevor Macy's studio, Intrepid Pictures, they had a deal at Netflix that is ending. And rather than doing anything they can to keep the people who are making some of their most successful TV shows, Netflix let them go. And Intrepid Pictures has now signed on with Amazon Studios.
Amazon's been picking up everybody lately.
Yep.
They're smart.
Yep. They're looking ahead. So Mike Flanagan and Trevor Macy have signed a multi-year contract with Amazon. Vernon Sanders, head of global TV at Amazon, said, quote, Mike and Trevor are remarkable at telling immersive, suspenseful stories that masterfully keep audiences engaged from start to finish. We are excited to welcome them to Amazon Studios and are looking forward to our global customers experiencing their genre-bending creativity.
All right.
Yeah. So
cool.
Mike Flanagan's also excited. He said, quote, Amazon is a studio that we have long admired. Their commitment to engaging in groundbreaking series and content aligns with the ethos of what we have built at Intrepid. We are looking forward to working with the entire Amazon team as we bring our brand of genre productions to the service and audiences around the globe. So Intrepid Pictures, they do still have one project to release at Netflix, and we've talked about it here before on the news. Next year's The Fall of the House of Usher, which is based on a bunch of different Poe stories.
Cool.
So I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I think that's exciting, and whoever's in charge at Amazon right now, they're just trying to it reminds
their talent scout or whoever is amazing.
They're doing a good job.
Yeah, they should get a raise.
Well, they're sitting there picking up all these people who are frustrated with other ones, and they're all successful stuff. They just signed a deal with Sony and Spider-Man. They signed a deal with DC. You know, so yeah, all these people were frustrated with their own stuff. It's now like, oh. And I hear Amazon does let you do what you want, pretty much.
Right.
It's like, yeah.
What do they got to lose? It's Jeff Bezos has like all the money. Like, what do they care?
Exactly. They spent so much money on that Lord of the Rings show, which I don't think.
Yeah, I've heard it sucks, but I don't like Lord of the Rings, so I'm not the person that's going to be reviewing that.
Anyways.
All right, so our final story in the news segment: a zombie mockumentary is on the way from People of Culture Studios. It's going to be called Among the Dead.
Okay.
It's going to be a found footage film. And according to Variety, quote, its story is set as the world finds its equilibrium after an undead apocalypse. One emotionally unstable man abandons his friends and family to go live among the last remaining zombies before they're all gone. He hopes to better understand the zombies and document their final days, but his efforts become a document of his final days instead.
Oh.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it does sound interesting.
Yeah, and I like documentaries, so some of them are done really well.
I mean, mockumentary / found footage, I guess what's the difference really? But, yeah, no, I think it'd be cool. And it's been a while since we've had a really good found footage horror movie, honestly.
So Andrew Cosby is the one who wrote the script for this, and he's written Hellboy, Two Guns, and Eureka. All right, so that's the news. Let's go on to our indie film spotlight.
My advice to young filmmakers, make a movie every week. Make films, no matter what anybody says, and you'll be a filmmaker.
Today's film is called Closing Shift. It's on the Bryant Goodman YouTube channel, and it only has a 4-minute 37 second runtime. So
yeah, so it doesn't take up much of your time, but it's really good.
Yep. It's a really simple concept, but their use of light and dark and sound is just amazing to get that tense, like you can't look away from the screen.
It totally is. It's a story that we all can relate to, man or woman.
Yep.
Can relate to this. I have literally, when I was younger, my imagination would go so fast in my head trying to get from my car to the door that I would scare myself.
Yep, and run.
Right.
Yep, been there.
And like that's what this reminded me of, but I loved how they used the darkness. It's in a parking lot, but you can't see it past a certain point.
Past the lights, yeah.
It's amazing.
It's amazing, and whatever monster lives in the darkness that is chasing him, we never see it, which is awesome.
Great.
And I told him, I said, the way that it ends makes me think that the monster is like a fear demon. Like it's fear itself is this monster that's chasing him.
Yeah, I was thinking up until the end, I don't want to give away the ending, but I was thinking up until the end that it was just all in his head and there was no monster, except for the fact that he does get his hand scratched. But nonetheless, I like your interpretation of it too, that it's a monster that probably lives off of fear.
Yeah, it lives off of fear, right. Which reminds me of the X-Files episode, the Cops one.
Yes, I do like that.
It's one of my favorite episodes.
I do like that one. Yeah.
So it's written and directed by Bryant Goodman, and it's starring Jordan Davis, who does fantastic. Because he's got to sell this. He's the only thing on screen. There's nothing else. So he's the only one that you're really watching, and he really does a great job.
He did really good, yeah. I think I don't think he says anything in the movie.
No.
But it's again, his face and his actions, and you believe it. You feel for him. You're
when he's gripping those keys and stuff, you're like, "Yep, I've been there."
I love the shot.
Let me have the key ready.
I love the close-up shot of the key ring starting to break as he's pulling it, and you know it's gonna. Yeah,
but he's got the key. So.
He's got it. Good stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's just a really, really good short. Like, I highly recommend it.
But yeah, I liked it a lot. I don't want to say too much more.
No, we don't want to give away the ending.
It's 4 minutes, guys.
Yeah, you've got 4 minutes, guys. While you're on the toilet, just watch it.
Yeah.
All right. So before we end, while we're still in our indie film spotlight, we do want to take a moment to highlight and talk about one of our favorite horror YouTube channels, James and Chelsea from Dead Meat. They've recently released a little proof of concept trailer for a movie they're calling Pre-Game. And it looks fun.
It does look fun. Yeah, apparently it's about the rivalries of schools.
Yeah, it is inspired by real-life horror of sports rivalries across the world. This is the proof of concept. When a group of old college housemates from the University of Palmer go to their rival's campus at the Alma State University for the big game against them, they accidentally awaken a curse that brings their opponent's long-dead coach back from the dead, whilst turning everyone on campus into sports-obsessed demons. The old housemates must survive the night while facing uncomfortable truths about their friendships and their connection to the curse at large.
And I believe they said it was like a comedic horror.
Yeah.
So I can see
I love those.
Because you can do a lot of satire with that kind of rivalry stuff. So the proof of concept trailer's out or seen. I guess what they said is that when they do shoot the movie, they're going to reshoot this. So this is just a sample because they're trying to get funding. They're trying to get funding for it. They don't want to do crowdfunding. They want to actually get funding. And you know what? He should be able to with his following.
For real.
So I assume they're going to be in it. For real, I don't know if they're just acting temporarily in it because I know
she does a lot of voice work, and they have acted before in other horror stuff, and they showed up in Scream. So
and she's heavily involved in developing it.
Yes.
I know that. I don't know if she's writing it or not, but she's helping.
Yeah, I don't have their YouTube. The video they released did not have the info on all that stuff, but they do say for more info on the film, you can follow along there on their YouTube channel, Dead Meat, or on their Instagram at Pre-Game Film.
Sweet. Make sure you follow that. because this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's interesting, too, because you've got a very successful YouTubers trying to branch out and go to mainstream.
Right.
And that's always exciting.
We're rooting for them.
We're always rooting for them. It's
Yep.
always exciting when you see that, you know, so.
And I think James and Chelsea are two very talented people. I love listening to her voice on her podcast. Like, I don't know, her voice is so soothing to me. And he's funny, and their new writers are great. They're employing a bunch of people over there. Dead Meat has exploded. If you're not following the Dead Meat channel, you really should be.
Yeah.
If you like horror.
Chances are, if you're watching this channel, you're probably already following that
Right.
one. But
yeah, because we're like, this will do, you know.
Because, you know, if you probably started following us because we talk horror, you know, and that's where you would automatically come from.
Right.
But if you're not, maybe you're following us for another reason. Kris has a lot of fans. So
From the other channel.
so maybe that's why you're following us. But yeah, check out Dead Meat. If you like horror at all, you'll love his commentaries. You'll love his kill counts. Great channel.
Absolutely.
So.
All right, so that's all from us for this week of Horrorland news.
Yep.
Make sure you like and subscribe down there. Let us know your thoughts on Cocaine Bear, Cocaine Bear and the Mean One. Because we're excited about it.
Yeah, whatever else you're excited about. I'm still excited for Blood and Honey.
Yeah, we still have to watch that too.
But that's coming out in January, I think I said. I think I've taken up enough of your time. I'm going to go shut up now.
All right, I'm going to go talk over here.
Okay,
You're open for 10 more minutes? I'll be quick. Quickly move into the exit? This ain't a basketball game. We're not playing to the buzzer. You had the choice to hold a bunch of minimum wage workers hostage or go shopping tomorrow. You chose wrong. Get out.